Hi, I'm Tim Roble, and welcome to another episode of Adventure Athlete. Today we're down in Venice, California, Southern California. If you come off the 10 freeway down to Lincoln, which is also PCH, you make a left on Lincoln, and then we come down to Ocean Park, which is located this way down the beach. And it's a nice place to park because it's a split in between Venice and Santa Monica. So I'm going to do 3 videos in a row today. Right now it's going to be on Venice, then we'll go to Santa Monica, and then we'll go to the Santa Monica Promenade, and I'll walk around there and see some of the street performers and things going on there. But for right now, we have the skate park, which is always cool to see. Now we're on a Tuesday. What is this, June, I don't know, 10th, 11th? Don't even know. I've been on the road, and it's nice to be on the road so you can forget what day it is and what time it is. The LAPD chopper going by. But it's kind of nice just to float with the wind. So we did 4 days, 3 nights at Newport Dunes, and then we flew with the wind a little bit, and we came down to Anaheim and did a little bit of time in Disneyland, and then ended up watching the fireworks show from our balcony at the Anaheim. Do a search. I've done other videos on the Anaheim. Happens to be one of our favorite places to stay when we're down going to Disney. It's right next to the Castle Inn and the Grand Legacy. It's kind of between the two. There's some cool skate park action we got going on. One of the things I really like about Venice is coming down, and it's multicultural, and it's a nice way to kind of be around a lot of people of a lot of different backgrounds, and that's a good thing. Not being judgmental, and just coming out and being free and enjoying some of the urban nature. One of the best beaches we go to is right here. Really good waves for boogie boarding, surfing. Not so much a dive spot. That's more like Laguna, Shaw's Cove, Divers Cove. But this for skating and the bike path is really cool. Some of the other sites that I really like to take in. Never knew I was kind of an artist, and if I had to draw something, I suck at drawing. But as a lot as you see, I make stuff out of metal. Adventure truck. I like my lines, whether anybody else does or not. I don't care. I like my lines that I do on my cars and on my trucks. Very edgy, flowy, and I'll call it state of the art. But anyway, back out to the art. I like to come out and check out these art walls. You can register to paint on these walls and put your graffiti, your mural, what you think is important to you, and how you want to express what you're doing out here. And I do have to say, this is like one of the cooler places for me to come. Kim really enjoys being on the beach. She wants to have her toes in the sand, listening to the ocean. And myself, I'm pretty much I want to go out, train, wander, and do my thing. And that's one of the things that really does make us a good team. You don't have to be bundled up next to each other all the time. I will say, in the adventure truck, if you watch any of those videos, that Kim ended up sleeping up top in the bunk with me 3 nights, every night that we've been out so far. Here's something that caught my eye, so check that out. One green eye around one brown eye. And some stuff I like, some stuff I don't, but it's neat to look at it all, check it out. Something else I think is kind of cool. And then once again on the back side, see what's going on over here. So a lot of you watched my video on fear and being able to think about fear and let it go. Some people impose fear on us to not let us get out and experience some stuff. But for myself, I say embrace your fear, get out and do some things. Pray for peace, prepare for war. You know, I've always been one that has been in the martial arts, and I've done that now for, gosh, almost 40 years. And not what I will call super serious, but I've stayed combative my whole life, and through that has given me a sense of security, just to be a little bit more allow me to go explore deeper and do some cooler things. Not trying to get yourself in trouble to do some shit, but you have the confidence to just kind of go in a situation and know if something did happen weird, that you're able to protect yourself. So where I'm walking now is the world famous basketball courts and Muscle Beach, and that's kind of a cool, this is usually about our turnaround spot for Venice. Sometimes we'll walk and go out on the pier. Probably got about another 3/4 of a mile to go to get to the pier. Venice Pier is not that exciting. Just really, it's a concrete pier, and there is some good surfing that goes on. Well, we stayed about 2 hours not too long ago watching, I guess it was exactly last season, but late, like September, October. And there was some great surfing sessions going on. Looks like they got Muscle Beach closed up right now, but it's the kind of the blue complex right over here. This is not a big time of the week right now. Like I said, we're on a Tuesday. On the weekends, this place has a lot more people and a lot more to look at. If you are a people or dog watcher, there's plenty of cool things to check out down here. You can rent electric bicycles, scooters. There's a big surge of bird and gosh, I can't, Lime scooters that's a big thing down here. For about the last 3 years, we got down like right at the beginning of it, and it's had a lot of negative. I think people see something that looks like it's fun, and of course, you know, some people abuse stuff, take things a little too far. But here again, you got tourists from all over the world here, and all different backgrounds, and you put somebody on something fun, they're gonna do some fun stuff on it. I'm not really hating on that. So for me, I feel like there is a if something's fun, people want to make it illegal or regulate it. Motorcycles, the e-bikes, the mountain bikes down on the trails, you know, got a lot of haters, the people that ride regular mountain bikes that don't want the e-bikes out there. And I'm like, you know, why? Because it's a funner way to go see a little bit more. But segways, I just saw right before I started filming a Segway tour, and that would be a cool way to go do this whole Venice Santa Monica thing, because when you do the full day here, going up to the promenade, I'll log somewhere between 15-16 miles, and we've been you know, about 3 hours worth of cool walking, but we've been logging between 14 to 18 miles a day out exploring. And those of you that have been following my wife, Kimberly Stewart, she's recovering. She's 6 months into an ACL surgery right now, and she is doing phenomenal. The leg is holding up good. I couldn't believe how much she could do. I was a little concerned about the mileage, but that didn't seem to be a problem for her. She knocked out the mileage real well. This is one of the iconic spots that we go visit all the time. If I'm gonna rent a surfboard or a skateboard or something, I go do it through Maui and Sons. And I believe that's one of the owners is one of the original Dogtown boys. This guy right here that looks like he's working on something or sleeping or whatever he's doing is absolutely phenomenal on the piano. He's probably earned $15 of my money through the years. That being said, come down here with a pocket full of ones and support people that may give you passion or drive. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you're supporting the homeless or their way of life or their drug addiction or whatever, but if they're giving you something, maybe put your buck in the bucket and you know, help support them in a passion that they have. There's a lot of cool people down here that if you get to talk to them, you understand their passion for life and maybe why they live the life they do. It's not for everyone, but here again, us living our lives isn't necessarily everyone should live a life the way we do. I'm trying to still find my way at 51 on the road. Right now our road trip has been, we've had the money for it, but I'm looking at trying to figure out a way to sustain being on the road. And to do that, you have to figure out how to be thrifty and you know, spending $100 a night for a camp spot at Balboa Dunes or Newport Dunes. That really does suck up the money quick. If you look at that, that's $3,000 a month just for your camp space, and then you're eating another $50, $60 worth of gourmet food at the beach. So for me, you got to figure out a nice way to figure out the blend and how to do it all. And you know, I kind of think, you know, at $50 a day, and that includes gas, food, and lodging, everything that you can think of, that's $1,500 a month. And you know, I know my retirement's only going to be about $2,500 a month. So for me, it's like, yeah, I got to figure out how we can all live on that. My wife's going to have a good retirement, but I'm looking like, how do we enjoy life? How do we enjoy the life more now than when we're 56, 57, 58 and just starting to get on our journey? I mean, seriously, I'm still wanting to jump and run on rocks and take my mountain bike and do some things. That guy's got a cool tattoos. Anyway, you know, I'm wanting to go out and live. I'm still rollerblading and skateboarding, and for me, it's like, okay, I own all of this stuff, so it's not about renting the stuff that drives up the bill. It's about not paying for a good campsite. And I think it's a tougher thing to do here in Southern California than it is to do maybe in other places. I know when I went through Utah, there was plenty of places. My biggest expense on my 23-day road trip was fuel. You know, I spent $200 worth of food for the entire month, and I took most of that food for this 6-day road trip, and we haven't touched it. So I'll have food for the next week or two, maybe even 3, before everything is gone. So things to think about, you know. For me, it's fuel, places to stay, and then where you eat. And once again, we're kind of eating some exotic foods, and you know, our dinners end up being $50, $60 with a cocktail. So things to think about. But enjoying the multicultural beauty down here of Venice. Like I say, bring a pocket full of cash, and if you see something that you like, a couple of my pictures, my state cutout, came from down here in Venice, and my picture, of course, of Venice. I'm trying to take some memorabilia from everywhere I really like, and probably my core right now is I really love Moab, Johnson Valley. I love Venice, Santa Monica, and I just kind of like the flavor down here. Once again, it's not for everyone, but for me, it's always something to look at, and you're never bored. Here's one of those jump bikes, and that's a rental. You put an app on your you put an app on your phone, and it's like, you know, 20 cents a minute or something to ride that bike. Nice way to get from one end of town to the other without owning anything. And same things with these, there's one of them right here, Bird scooters. As you can see, those are electric scooters, and she's pushing it. So Bird is not making money on that one right now. But maybe that's just cost of doing business, I don't know. I read an article that they're paying the city of Santa Monica something like $10,000 a day for that. Don't quote me on it, but look it up, Google it, check it out. But it was a absorbent amount that I couldn't figure out, like how do they actually even stay in business. Anyway, I've just realized I've went over the 15-minute marker. Once again, I thank you guys for watching all of my videos. I appreciate each and every one of your views. We got to get this because someone's going down here in a minute. Like I said, there's always something cool to watch. But anyway, thank you guys for your views. You got any questions, comments, please hit me up below. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. I got a lot more stuff coming on the Adventure Athlete series. From some of the builds and modifications to getting out and actually exploring Southern California, Utah, Nevada. I hope to be getting up to the state parks, national parks, Yosemite and Sequoia this year. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. I'm Tim Roble. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you here next time.